KFC.
Yeah, just like a corporate.
We'll get there. We'll just
You
reach
need
out.
to know
Hey.
someone.
Yeah. I eat enough KFC now. Anyway, we're live. I'm telling everyone how much I eat KFC. Welcome everybody to episode 229 of the You Can't Comp This NBA Trading Card Podcast. We're your host Adam, Amy, and Russell Gibson. Lots happening in the league. Lots happening. Hobby shows all around the world, maybe.
There's a lot going on as always.
Just waiting for the next season, really. Come on.
I'm not really waiting for the next season, man. I never feel bored. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's
I know,
always
I'm just
something
hyped.
happening.
I'm hyped. I'm excited. Rejuvenated.
Why are you so excited, though?
I don't know. I feel like the Lakers are back. I'm excited. That's all I got.
I'm trying to set you up here to like get you talking about Luka within 1 minute of the show starting.
See, I'm not going to bite on that. I'm just it's the Lakers overall.
So there's nothing about the Lakers that's making you excited.
All right,
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
there's a little bit. But it goes both ways. It's LeBron's ready for year 63, is it?
No one's excited about a 42-year-old man anymore, mate. Like, you know.
That's fair.
I don't mean that as a diss either.
Yeah. It's fair. It is number 77 we all care about now in La La Land.
Yeah. All right. Let's quickly run through what we're going to talk about today. Some NBL news this week.
NBL, nice.
Yeah. It's not my normal thing to start the show with, but this week.
It's true.
It'll make sense in a couple of minutes.
I'm sure it will.
We are going to talk about the dildo throwing from the WNBA, which we have not touched on, but I've found some jokes.
Is there a reason we haven't touched on it? I don't like. Anyway, not even going to. No.
I'll talk about that as we break it down. We're going to talk about some really big players with some big cards that have just been revealed / hit. So we're going to talk about a Steph Curry 1 of 1. We're going to talk about some Kobe's. Last week we spoke about the dual autograph logo.
Oh yeah, the Kobe Jordan.
We're going to check back that again. We got a new Tyson Beck release this week. We've got a 1 of 1 SGA. We have got someone roasting the hell out of some of the big names from the Nationals.
Wow.
Which I really quite enjoyed that. I had quite a giggle at that. We're going to talk about the Luka extension, the Fox extension. We're going to talk about Jonathan Kuminga. So, yeah, we got heaps to talk about, mate. And there's still some more after that, too. But I think in true You Can't Comp This style, we're not going to get through it all. So
Probably. But look, we can start. Look, given that the NBL is probably closer to starting than the NBA, and we don't often talk about it, do we want to kick things off with the NBL?
Look, I'm not going to lie to you. This is more about Admiral Schofield than the NBL. So, but yes, Admiral Schofield is coming to the NBL. For you new listeners who are out there that do not know about my Admiral Schofield obsession, this is an unverified report, what I'm saying, but I feel confident to say I'll be in the top 4 biggest Admiral Schofield collections in the world. I know one other person who has some of the Prism 1 of 1s.
Yep.
And I know another guy who I've seen on Instagram who's got like some big, I would say some cards like equal to me, but in terms of sheer volume, I might even be like number 2 in the world. Like
you might be the guy.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't want to say number 1 just because, you know, I don't want to like overstate it.
You're gonna go. Are you gonna go to some Cairns Taipans games just to get maybe some photos?
I actually have a very excellent connection at the NBL who I was talking to today, and it seems like it's possible I might even get a meet and greet. So I'm not going to get too excited. However, I will say to you right now, my excitement level at the moment is about 9.5 out of 10.
It's increasing.
This stage of my life, it takes a lot for me to get excited.
Yeah.
In fact, I would say there's not a lot that really gets me genuinely excited. You know, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah.
But to say that I'm excited is kind of like
get you the actual rate. the blips.
Not in my
to
normal
really, yeah.
vocabulary. Let me put it to you this way. Anyway, look, I'm fucking stoked about this. Like, I'm not going to lie to
Pretty
you.
exciting. Pretty exciting.
So I need to start thinking about what I'm, maybe going to talk to him about. Do I take my
An
entire collection?
An interview.
I don't want to push my luck, but I'll at least ask, right? I might take my collection.
Actually, do you reckon in a meet and greet, if you got the little pocket recorder, and this, I don't know if this will get your excitement factor, but if you could do like a little intro for us. Can you imagine that? This is Admiral Schofield, and you are listening to the You Can't Comp This NBA Trading Card Pod. A couple of bumpers there for
that is froth worthy for sure.
Yes, and there is another player in the NBL, isn't there?
Yeah, so I think if we do move on, JaVale McGee is also coming to the NBL. Thanks. That was an excellent segue, because otherwise I could have just done like 35 minutes.
We could have 30 minutes of Admiral Schofield talk and going through your collection.
So all your listeners out there, send a thank you message to Adam. So yeah, McGee's coming to the NBL, which is a really interesting one because
how many Shacked in a Fool awards did he win?
Look, I'm going to defend him on this. I think Shaq gives a lot of people an unduly hard time, frankly. Like that stuff he used to do to Dwight Howard was a bit unnecessary.
Oh, the early day JaVale McGee stuff was hilarious.
Like, when he used to shoot at the wrong basket and run the wrong, like fair enough. Yeah. But after that, leave it be. Anyway,
he made honorable mentions so often that it was just like a cameo every now and then. Of course, JaVale threw his hat in the ring. Good sport about it though.
So the NBA champ stuff, I can kind of take that or leave that a little bit, because I'm not disrespecting that, but at the same time, if you're an NBA champion, it can be a little bit circumstantial. Mm-hmm. Whereas the Olympic gold medalist thing, like that to me means a lot, because I don't think they would have put someone into that team that didn't have a good character, that wouldn't have played the right way, that wouldn't have played hard. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, you can mock this guy and you can tease him, but and again, that's also circumstantial too. There would have been some injury problems and stuff like that. But I also think if you're getting that caliber player to come to the NBL, and he's also not that far away from his prime, because I think if we're being honest here, he's an elite level athlete. And I think as he gets older, that athleticism will decline. Mm-hmm. And if he got out of shape, he wouldn't be as effective. But sure, I've never seen this guy out of shape ever. He's kind of one of those guys that either works really, really hard or has that type of body that just stays in shape all the time.
Well, I think he's going to be great in the NBL.
So my hot take on this is there must be a lot more money coming to the NBL now. Because you think about how many NBA players or ex-NBA players we've now got currently in the league. It's not one or two. There's we've just spoken about two in 2 minutes.
That's true.
I really wonder.
Could it be a lifestyle thing though? Could it be just a out of the spotlight, nice holiday to Australia for a year?
I think that is definitely part of it, but I also think too, these guys want to get paid. If they weren't getting paid, they're not coming out here to volunteer their time for a charity. Let's also, you have to be quite, frank about this stuff. There must
be a decent deal going on. Yeah. Internationally.
Anyway, it's good to see the NBL
exciting
coming back and reviving themselves and thriving again. So yeah, definitely congrats to the NBL. And look, this is enough to make me actually want to go and see a bunch of games this year. I'll definitely want to see JaVale. I want to be front row, to see Schofield.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
It's awesome.
Speaking about being front row,
yes.
All right, so these people have been throwing dildos onto the court at WNBA games. I've deliberately not spoken about it. I've actually been stepping around it because I think this is the worst type of crap that people can do. And you can
harassing people.
You can call it what you want. You can call it toxic masculinity. You can call it incel behavior. You can call it making a mockery of women's sports. Whatever you want to call it. To me, it's just the ultimate disrespect. So that's why I haven't been putting it into the run sheet.
Yeah.
The reason I have put it into the run sheet this week is because 2 of them have been arrested. Yeah. We've got names, we've got mugshots, we've got the whole thing. So 18-year-old Caden Lopez appeared in court. This was 3 days ago.
Yep.
He was also accused of actually hitting someone. So this is what
okay.
So this came up on my wife's newsfeed, who's, by the way, is is a
Not a basketball aficionado.
no, she's not, but she's a feminist. She's not like a bra burning feminist, but at the same time too,
Yep.
like, this is the type of stuff that I'm not surprised it came up into her feed. And we were talking about it, and I was like, look, I definitely wasn't defending them, but to the best of my knowledge, no players actually got injured. So yes, while it's disrespectful and it halts the games and all the rest of it, I didn't know that someone had been injured. So the fact that this guy has now been charged for that, like that to me actually changes it around a little bit.
A lot, yeah, for sure.
And then the second guy is Delbert Carver, 23-year-old guy. Yeah. He was arrested. Faces disorderly conduct, public indecency, and criminal trespass charges. I actually like those charges more than the charges that were put onto Caden Lopez, to be frank with you. So I think for me, the best way to to cope with this is to say, look, look at these mugshots. You are literally looking at incels.
Yeah.
And I found some fantastic WNBA related incel jokes. So why did the incel buy WNBA tickets to post a 12-paragraph rant about how the NBA isn't as good? Sorry, the WNBA isn't as good as the NBA. Why did the incel protest outside a WNBA game? Because the Wi-Fi in his mum's basement went out. Why did the incel sign up for the speed dating event? He thought it was a Mario Kart tournament.
Oh my
and
God.
Finally, why did the incel boo at a WNBA game? Because deep down, he knows they have more game than him. So, final thoughts on incels at WNBA games, Ad?
Look, I think the less oxygen we give them, the better. They're a pack of oxygen thieves, and you know what?
Incels.
Yeah.
They'll be mewing their way to their court case, I suppose.
Although I may have shared a funny WNBA dildo meme the other day, but anyway.
I would never liked it. I would have left it at that. Hey, do you know about how incels mew to strengthen out their jawline? Are you aware of this?
No, I'm not.
If you want to giggle, you need to Google this, man.
I feel like it's a dark part of the internet that I don't want to explore, but I might. Who knows?
It is some funny stuff.
Goodness gracious.
Alrighty, let's move on. I've had my laughs at incels.
Yes.
Card ladder. Kobe Bryant, 2018 Panini Cornerstones downtown.
Wow, straight into a Kobe.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
PSA 10, population 33. If you look at the all-time sales data, it is very much up and down, as you would expect through COVID.
Mm-hmm. Up through COVID, hit 10K through the COVID crazy period, did a little bit of a jig, and then skyrocketed.
Yeah, 4 to 13,000, so an absolutely huge jump there.
Yeah.
Look, I got to say to you, I have actually no problems with this. Obviously, I'd rather purchase this at 4K than 13. I think that's, any genius.
I wish they would stay at that 4K mark so I can get myself one eventually, but...
Yeah. Look, I think the design on this, I think the population count, obviously, I think the PSA score is, really important.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know if this is too early to correlate, but I think all this stuff that's been going on with fake autographs, Mr. Man Cave, Bullpen,
yeah,
as weird as this is going to sound, actually gives me a bit of security. There's not, a fake patch in this, or allegedly a fake patch, or allegedly a fake autograph or not. Do you know what I mean? Like
it's just sort of, it's just a rare card.
It's a safe space to sort of put your cash into. So I think that's probably where I'm also lying with this a little bit of like...
Yeah, for sure.
I really think I'm drawing at strings of that, but at the same time, I couldn't go past that at all.
There's a level of safety associated with it. Yeah, for sure.
Where are you at with this? Is this a buy, hold, or a sell for you at 13,000?
13K, I think they've jumped the gun a little bit, but I think this is going to be, and we've seen it with Jordan cards, and obviously this is a high-end card, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that the trend is going to be with collectors that if you can't get your hands on the primo stuff, that those PSA 10 Kobe inserts are gonna start just trickling up, same way that Jordan did. That's my view, and I think the Kabooms have shown that. I think the Downtowns are starting to show that, and then that'll filter down to other insert sets.
Yeah, it definitely makes me want to look at more Downtowns. I personally don't feel as though
I'm not as high on Downtown as I am Kaboom.
Yeah, agreed. But I don't really feel like. So my next thought was going to be like, okay, should we start looking into downtowns and try and pick some up on the cheap? But I don't
I
actually
don't think
think
they're cheap.
yeah, that's not really the case. Like I
Not
think
anymore.
some of them are really up there. I think in this particular one, that was just showing like a massive jump. I
Yeah.
think that's probably what we're seeing in that one there.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're going to segue from that into another Kobe, and this is going to lead us probably after the break into our next really big card that I want to talk about today. So this is the 2012-13 BGS 9.5 Kobe Bryant Green.
Interesting.
And I think if you're looking at this card design, you might say, well, this looks very much like the Decker. Well, obviously, the Decker ripped off or reproduced this particular Prism set. So I really like this card. I think probably my issue with it is that it's not the population because it's just 13. And I think the grade is totally fine. It's BGS 9.5. I just wonder for me if it's just like the color set. Like, I wonder how much sort of further that this card can actually go up.
Yeah, because
As
it's a
opposed to
green.
this,
Because it's a
yeah,
green. Yeah.
as opposed to if this was a silver, I think that, can consistently and maybe even exponentially, go up.
It'll keep increasing. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas the green, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not too sure about this. So for me, this is a really interesting one.
It's
So I'm
low
like,
pop.
that's
Yeah.
it's a lot of money to go into a BGS.
It's true. It's very
Yeah.
true. It's interesting.
I really feel though that the play on this would be to try and cross it over. It's high risk gambling, but at the same time, I think for me that's like the obvious play.
Yeah, I think there's a level of maybe that's the card that you need to. Yeah.
Now,
Having a PSA, yeah, PSA.
making some assumptions here, but it looks to me like the card is in a sleeve, so that would keep Comron from GTI cards happy,
Mm-hmm. That's true.
which is a good thing if we are going to try and cross it over, as opposed to a card that's been sitting there rattling around in hard plastic. So,
That's fair.
final thoughts on this card, man, before we go to a break.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. It's green.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a Lakers fan. I don't want to see green on my cards.
yeah. Alrighty, so let's start with fast break trading cards. I also, or I should say, we also had a message from the guys this week,
Yes.
and they have got some breaking news
Bum, bum,
that they
bum.
wanted discussed on the show.
Well, just handy that we're on the show now and we can discuss that.
That is quite a coincidence, really, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I believe the news is that we're there's a trade day, is it?
Correct. So everybody, please get out your calendars or open up your Google Calendar.
Google it
Sunday, the 24th of August, at the shop, and the shop's address is 75 Tulip Street in Cheltenham.
Yep.
Opening hours on Sundays is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
If
Now,
you're looking for directions, don't ask Russell. I can direct you.
just get directions from Google, guys.
Yeah.
This is the safest
Don't
way.
trust
Yeah.
Russ. No. You'll end up in Mildura.
I've never been that lost. Now, this particular date is coinciding with the new release of the Topps Chrome NBL.
Yes.
So huge news on that. Now, even bigger than that, there was Leonard Copeland is going to be dropping past to do some giveaways and do some pack wars with the kids. If you remember at the Collect Fest, Leonard Copeland was at the Fast Break
He was
Trading
indeed.
Cards
Yep.
stall, and he was very generous with his time. He did lots of photographs with people. He was very engaged with everybody. I think that if you're a dad or someone of my sort of vintage and you remember the Leonard Copeland, Andrew Gaze, Daryl McDonald battles, you would really
The dynamic
get a kick
duo,
out of
yeah.
being in the same room as him and
Hell
bringing
yeah.
your kids
Yeah,
along
yeah,
to see
for
that
sure.
next generation, sort of pass that torch along. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
huge shout out to the guys again. Congratulations on the get. That is absolutely fantastic. I think we should also check out some of the other things they've got for sale on their website, fastbreaktradingcards.com. Fanatics Authentic Memorabilia, pre-order trading cards. You can also do gift cards, entertainment TCG. Let's look at Pokemon. Offline today, we'll talk about Pokemon.
Sure.
Alrighty, Pokemon TCG, Scarlet and Violet, 151 Blooming Waters Premium Collection for $225. I don't know if these prices are good or bad. I'll just read out a few. Pokemon TCG, Scarlet and Violet, 10.5. Unova Mini Tin for $25. Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet 4.5 Palladian Fates booster pack for $20. And the last one we will shout out here today is the Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Ionos, Bally Bolt X Premium Collection Box for $90. So thank you so much to the lads at Fast Break Trading Cards for your ongoing and very generous support.
And the trade day is on Kobe Day as well.
Is it really?
24th of the 8th.
You'll have to wear your Kobe jersey.
I will, if it fits. Might have to upgrade to my Luka jersey because at least that's a large.
And we are back.
We're back.
Thank you, everyone, for coming back. We appreciate it. Alrighty. Now, the last card we're talking about was the 2012 Kobe Bryant Green, BGS 9.5. We are now going to segue from that into the one-of-one Steph Curry that just got hit this week. Now, this is from Fanatics Collect. And again, I am going to hammer home the point that I was making last week that Fanatics are actually promoting the hobby, whether it's their content or their cards or not. So they're promoting a Prism card here. This has definitely not been auctioned. They're just promoting the hobby. So huge shout out to them. Now, this particular card is from the 2014-15 Prism basketball set. The really interesting thing for me about this card is that when you first look at it, I would have just thought that's a regular old silver. When the guy flipped it over, it had 1-1 inscribed onto the back of it. So,
wow.
Like me watching that video, I don't think he knew it was 1-1 until he flipped it over. I could be wrong about that, but that's the way.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Purchased the box of 14-15 for $7.25. Inside was the Steph Curry Black Prism, the only one in existence. So that can't be right because it's not the black that came out of that. So I think the description is wrong.
Well, I think that is but maybe it is the black. It's just because of the foiling. It's got that refractor on it, and because this is like it might have been one of the earlier one-on-ones too.
You reckon that's black?
Well, the one-of-one is black, isn't it? Isn't that the point?
I thought in this set there was 2 1-of-1s, and the black has already been pulled.
Ah, okay.
Now this is the second 1-of-1 out of that set.
Okay. I don't know. It doesn't. You're right. It doesn't look black. I'm watching the video on repeat at the moment, just trying to.
All right, I tell you what. I'm relatively confident what I'm saying is correct, but if there's listeners out there that would like to set the record straight, DM us.
Let us know. Yeah, for sure.
Post on one of our posts, even if it's a different post. Send us an email. youcan'tcompthis@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want. Yeah, set me straight.
Let us know. It's a good card, though. That's
huge
pretty
card.
crazy. That's
all right.
nuts.
Now, the follow-up question is here. What is this card worth? I think this is the fun part for us to chew on and break this down a little bit. In the post by Fanatics Collect, they're suggesting 500,000.
I'm gonna not overhype it too much. It is a Steph Curry 1-of-1. I'd probably say closer to 300k.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
If it grades PSA 10,
I think it won't because I think the back of it's got a bit of a nick on it anyway.
Yeah.
And that was looking at the video, the back of it.
I think it could go for more than 500 if it's PSA 10.
If it's a 10, okay. But do you take the risk or do you grade it authentic? Or do you get it graded if it comes back as a 9, then re-grade it as authentic?
I think a card like that, when you've got, I don't want to say so much money to play with, but what's the highest grading fee on PSA?
Well, you can
cards?
send it. You can send it in with that guarantee. If it's not a 10, send it back. Isn't that a thing for PSA? For a price, you can not have it come back. It's like not get graded.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then they're like, okay, it's not a 10.
You still have to send it back in, right?
And then they go, okay, but can you have instructions of just graded authentic if it's not a 10?
We need to talk to someone who's a professional.
That would be interesting. I want to know how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe reach out to Lane and get clarification on how that works.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alrighty. Next one on the list is a Jason Tatum Mojo. PSA 9.
He's lacking a lot of that at the moment, given he's laid up. Poor bastard. Anyway.
So the Mojo's at a 25. the picture of this doesn't really do the card justice in hand. These cards are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And what I thought would be interesting to do about this is actually to do a bit of a price check on Jason Tatum, because if you're looking at the pricing on this particular card, obviously it's been a long time since this card sold,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a vertical line upwards, but that's it's a 45-degree angle at least. And
Well,
so,
previously sold for what? 2,000?
yeah, like that really surprises me, despite the fact the guys, laid up that someone would spend that much money on a card, particularly at PSA 9.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, again, looking at his silver PSA 10s, that last sold for 705.
Is that is that holding steady, or is that...
So the last 3 months, it's plus 1%.
Okay.
The last 6 months, it's minus 5%. Like, that's... How can I say this? I think for a guy that's injured, and we've already described him as, maybe being a bit middling or a bit undervalued, that's sort of my... We also used him as a measuring stick for the entire league.
We did.
I feel like...
He's holding steady.
Really, really good, yeah. Really good.
Like, I mean, sure, he's down like 5%, but we did the breaks, right? Like the 6 months, 1 year, like a few episodes ago. But like, he's held over the last 3 months, he hasn't lost any value.
Yeah.
He's up and down a little bit, but it's not. He hasn't plummeted to half his value. I mean, he's a pretty good player, let's be fair.
This actually gives me a lot of confidence in Tatum. I feel like Wemby, Zion, Ja, if those guys get injured, I'm like, right, just like I'm ready to get my pants pulled down,
put a line
and
through
just
it,
take a massive
done.
loss, right?
Yeah,
Whereas,
yeah.
like, this to me is super interesting. It's like, makes me think this is even better of a buy than maybe even I was talking about 6 months ago.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if he's
yeah,
still
I'd say that.
protected, even having a season-ending injury, like that's wild.
He's young.
All right, that's another big tick for me on Jason Tatum, honestly.
Yeah.
Alrighty, next in the list. Now, we spoke about this card last week. We're going to keep checking on it for the next couple of weeks. Actually, I won't be. I'm going to be away for the next couple of weeks. So, Adam,
Oh my goodness! All right,
I'm leaving this with you to be in charge with.
excellent. Okay. Oh, I've got. Well, actually, I've got a way to do it. Good. Yep.
Just copy and paste the link, man. It'll be all good. You got this.
Yep. Easy.
Alrighty. It's currently bidding at $4.15 million.
Wow. Is that US?
Yeah, with the buyer's premium, that takes it up to $5.063 million. That is a juicy buyer's premium, isn't it?
How crazy is this?
That's a wild buyer's premium. Alrighty. Anyway,
$4.1 million.
already at $5 million. We were talking last week saying, we think it's going to be around that sort of $5 million mark. I think we clearly need to revisit
It's
this
going
again.
up. It's going
So
up.
what's that? Can you at least say it's going to double in 2 weeks?
Nah. I think we're at. What was it last time?
So last time we looked at it was at 2
Okay, so it has doubled.
in a week. Why can't it
Yeah,
double
but I think
again?
we're getting to the race. I feel like it at this point we're starting to get to the pointy end. But yeah, okay.
I don't think so, man. I feel like for me the pointy end is like the day before or the day that the auction ends.
So you reckon? So where do you reckon this is? 8 million.
I think if we've still got 2 weeks to go, like
doing a
why
$10
not?
million card.
But why not? If we've still got 2 weeks to go,
Actually, you're right. You know what? If any card is going to be $10 million, it's two of the greatest players of all time. One and two, Kobe
it's
and Jordan.
one of the.
In that order. No.
Can you imagine if Jordan played for the Lakers? How good of a basketball player he would have been.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Oh,
Alrighty.
goodness.
I'm saying about 8. What are you saying now?
I reckon it's like it'll be lucky if it hits 7. So
Okay,
6.5 to 7.
cool. Well, when we come back, we can.
Well, funnily enough, it ends the day before Kobe Bryant Day. 13
And
days.
that also must be the day before fast break trading cards have their trade day.
That's it. So someone at Fast Break will come in and go, guess what I bought yesterday? Wonder if Leonard Copeland's in the market for a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan auto. Hell of a story to tell.
It is. Alrighty, this next one is from Tyson Beck. Introducing the Game Worn Collection. In an industry full of patches not associated to the player you collect, it's overdue for some transparency. Who do you think he's making a dig out there? Collect history and know the game the player wore the jersey in. Giannis X Tyson Beck. Alrighty. So basically, what Tyson has done is purchase game worn jerseys
off Giannis.
And then on each card, it actually details what game it was, the statistics he had in the game. Some of the patches in this look really good. It's got the laundry tag. It's got the Jordan Jumpman logo.
Wow.
The deer face off the...
Well, it's got it on the... Look at that. 128, 22. So you know which... Oh, wow. Game info stats provided on the card that connect to the game to the patch it was worn in.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my only... Okay, so putting aside what he's done here, this is like 10 out of 10. He's doing it the right way. Like, no jokes about that. I think... And I'm saying this in a kind way too, like this is not criticism, but I think if you're doing stuff on a smaller scale, because whatever Tyson is doing, and he's obviously doing a lot, Panini would do 1,000 times more. Do you know what I mean? So I think someone doing it at the scale that Tyson's doing, this is a perfect thing. You can buy 1 or 2 jerseys, you know exactly what it is, you can make the card to it. Like, that's actually like, it's ingenious, really, what he's done.
I think it's brilliant.
It's insanely brilliant. Definitely it's not a criticism, more just like an observation. Yeah. My only slight criticism though, so look at that one where it's like the photo is going over his shoulder and Giannis is signing the cards. That to me looks like a Cornerstones card. Whether he did that on purpose as like a tribute.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's modified enough so that it's not a Cornerstones card.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they look amazing. And I would actually put them to the level of like a really well done, like flawless card.
He's also doing the Quad Brothers auto with all of it. All of his... The Antetokounmpo family.
Is that collectible?
Well, Giannis is collectible, therefore the whole family one's collectible. It's just like Bronny James. Do you know what I mean? Like a dual auto Bron and Bronny. People aren't buying it for Bronny.
No, I just think that, like, just say I had $500 to spend on this, and I could be wrong with my numbers here, so, like, just take out the numbers for 2 seconds. I'm like, look, I could get either a patch autograph, or I could get the 4 Giannis Brothers autos. Like,
yeah, but if you're a Giannis collector, like, this is an Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
It's a unique piece.
It's extremely unique.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Yeah.
No, it's a really good idea, definitely.
I like it. I think it's different, but it's great that Tyson's done it, and I think that's awesome. I think it's disappointing that the powers that be in the big boy world, being Panini and Fanatics, haven't sort of moved things forward and listened to the people with regards to actual jerseys from actual games.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the complaints that the greater communities had.
Oh, for sure.
Like, we've been screaming out about it, going, you know what? Look at the back of it, and it's like, oh, some cleaner picked this up off the floor and an NBA player's never touched it. Who gives a crap?
He's definitely been reading. He's read the room.
Yeah.
He's read the room. Yeah,
for sure. It's disappointing that there are others that haven't, but it's fantastic that Tyson has.
Yeah, I liked his little dig at Panini there too. By the way, that was nicely played, Tyson. Good job.
I like it.
All right, let's go to our next break. US Sports Cards Australia. Thank you for your ongoing sponsorship. Go to ussportscardsaustralia.com.au. Click on the 3 little noodles on the left. There you will find sports breaks, check out My Cards Australia, collectible protection, hobby boxes, sports memorabilia, and toys. Now, really quickly, let's go through the singles category. So click on the singles categories. There, Ross has got all of his cards sorted out in a very OCD type fashion, which also helps you locate the cards that you're looking for. If you'd like to submit your cards to Ross, he has a consignment sales service. Check out My Cards Australia, click on that, and then check out My Cards submission, click on that. Right on that form, you can't comp this anywhere on this, on the sleeve, on the form, whatever. You get a free submission done. That's the offer that Ross is currently offering. Alrighty, I want to look at hobby boxes that Ross has got for sale.
Hobby boxes. Okay,
Let's go down to NBA. All right, he's got the hanger packs from Prism 21-22. They're at $31.
Nice.
I have ripped a lot of these in my time. It's been a little while. That could just be an inflationary type thing. 23-24 select hobby basketball, $1,299. Retail box 24-25 of Prism for $200. That's
Nice.
a fun rip. We've done a couple of those.
They're a very fun rip. Enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
21-22 Mosaic blaster box for $77.55. That's a very weird price, Ross, but we'll take it.
It's nice. It's a good year too.
Yeah.
Good vintage.
The 24-25 retail pack. So if you're looking to buy something on a slightly smaller budget, they're for $9.99.
There's a fair bit there. Check it out.
Ross has been stockpiling for quite a while, I must say that.
The 21-22 stuff really intrigues me. Just because it's Cade's year. And Cade had a massive season last year.
Well, in that case, on the second page, he's got 21-22 Panini Prism multi-pack box, sealed box for $266. I'm sure Ross will give you a discount if you
I like it. I like it a lot. I've also got Revolution. That's Chinese New Year. Nah. I'll go with Prism. I do like a good Revo rip.
You going to tell the peeps about your Revo rip today?
I did. I bought it. I bought one of the blasters, the new blasters, and thought it was fun. It was like, what, $60? I went down at one of the local stores, and it was nice because I got a Luka, but he's in a Mavericks jersey, so whatever. But I was like, oh, that's an Astro. That's kind of cool. And then I didn't realize that when I looked at it, so it was the Astro, and then I'm looking at the back of it, I'm like, oh, it's actually got numbers on it. It's actually numbered to 299. It's,
I didn't realize the Astros were numbered.
No, not all of them. So I've got another Astro. There's a rookie. There's that Baylor. Yep, Schimmerman. And that's an Astro, but that's not numbered. But this SGA is numbered to 299. So
that's weird that some Astros are numbered and some.
I think it's a retail exclusive kind of thing.
A retail Astro.
Yeah, well, because I've got a Bradley Beal Astro, and I've got the SGA, and the SGA's got a red trim to it. But maybe that's an OKC thing. I don't know. I'm confused. I haven't bought Revo in a while, but they're very shiny and pretty cards.
Panini thing you could do, really, isn't it?
Is make a different type of variation that has a variation within the variation.
And not explain it to anyone.
Yeah, and then they just call it an exclusive, and then everyone just looks really confused and going, "Okay, sure, why not?" But it also said horizontal kabooms. So
right, that's the chase out of those retail boxes.
Yeah, that's why I actually I grabbed it and said,
took
you know
the
what?
dip. Yeah.
Why not? 1 in 30 or 40 boxes chance of getting one.
Yeah,
probably even more. Let's be fair.
It's tough, yeah.
But look, it was a bit of fun. Nice little rip, and I've got an SGA. It was nice. Good, yeah. Good segue.
Excellent segue.
But 21-22 is where I'm at.
Let's go for a break.
We just had one.
We didn't come back.
Oh, yeah.
I just let you
We're
keep
sort
going.
of back. I'll be like,
we segued.
We segued within the break.
And we are back. Adam, did you get your segue off your chest?
I've got my segue within a segue off my chest.
That's right, yeah.
It's like the Panini Inception booster pack. Fanatics, if you're listening, a new set called Inception, and there are parallels within parallels. I'm an ideas man. I got this.
Hasn't Topps made a set called Inception?
Maybe. If they haven't,
maybe we should reach out to Topps.
Got some ideas.
Yeah. Alrighty, this card's for me. Not going to lie to you. I put this in just because it would basically please me. So, this is from our friends again at Card Ladder 2018 SGA Black Mosaic 1 of 1 PSA 10. For those at home who haven't been aware of this, I really love Mosaic. This is something about it, particularly the early Mosaic. So, like the 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19. For me, that's just my era. I really, really like this card. I think the photography is fantastic. I think the design is great. The black just absolutely pops. And to top it off with the PSA 10 at 46,000, this is just my own bias here, but I think this is way too cheap.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I agree.
Yeah.
Because we all know how much I love SGA, right? Yeah, that should be twice that price. It's a PSA 10.
You know, the funny thing is, though, I feel like maybe 12 months ago, this would have been like a $5,000 or $10,000 card.
There's no way this is less than 20k.
I think 12 months ago, because
12 months ago, SGA is great, but Jalen Brunson's rookie card, I know it's Prism, but sold for a Brandon Miller 1 of 1 sold for 20 grand. This guy's won an MVP.
So in March 25,
Yeah.
SGA was selling. This is silver PSA 10 was selling for like $750.
Yep.
He was selling for $650 in January, and he was.
You got a good point.
He was peaking in April at 1,500. He's actually come right down. This is a good time actually. Probably check back in on SGA. His last sale was $870. So, what's that, like a 30% increase? Actually, no. So maybe actually I'm overestimating here how low this card would have been, but I really think like sometimes timing your sales is everything.
Yeah.
And I think the person who sold this card has done a really good job at selling this at the right time, because yeah, honestly, even if it was $10,000 less a year ago, let's just say that conservatively.
Fair.
It's a really big kicker upwards. All right, let's go to SGA Silvers, because this is actually interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm curious.
So 1 year ago, he's plus 35%.
It's not silver.
In the last 6 months, plus 6%. The last 3 months, he is down 23%. The last month, he's down 13%. All right, this is very interesting. I want to go back to the last 3 months. This is what I'm most interested in, that really big dip down. So what does this mean? This means that the SGA was a bubble that has basically burst, and that people were jumping onto the hype train, timing the sales to be out around the NBA Finals. And I feel like I was really torn on this, in that I was like, this is too much. This has gone too fast. Then my mindset turned around. I'm like, actually, I'm starting to get convinced by this. Thank goodness I didn't jump onto the SGA train. All right, so let's do it again. At $870, this is a buy, hold, or a sell for you, Ad.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. I think it's at the right price now. So it's a hold. I would hold at that. I think I think depending how he goes next season, my view is the best chance he's got is coming third in the MVP race, behind runner-up Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic winning the MVP. But I think, look, I think he's got to put in another great season, and if he doesn't, then I think that's probably might be overvalued. I don't know. That 800 to 900 seems fair for him at the moment. High side, but it's come back down to earth.
The population, I think, it's a little bit high, but I don't think it's outrageous. It's 697. Let's just round it up to 700. Yeah. So I think if we are believing that the current theory is that people are timing their sales to get off, the regular season starts on October 21, which is basically 2 months away, 2 months and a half.
Yeah.
That makes me think that this is going to slide down a little bit more. And if that is the current working theory,
It'll be a Tatum card by then.
yeah, but there's no reason why you can't buy this as it goes back down because
Sure,
it
you
will
buy
then
you
come
buy
back.
it at that 700 and watch it
It'll
rise
now
through
come
the
back
season.
up
Yeah,
again
okay.
as the season goes on. Like, I think that's a very then reasonable conclusion to come to. There's just some people in the league who are volatile, and I think we saw that with Tyrese Halliburton. We've seen that with De'Aaron Fox. Jason Tatum is not volatile. There's
Yeah,
some people that are just very up and down.
yeah,
I'm a little bit surprised that this has happened, but at the same time, that was definitely a risk of it because that card rose so steeply. Like
yeah.
2 years ago, this was a $400 card.
Yeah, I mean, it rose very steeply. Now it's sort of settled, and I think we've gauged that $800 to $1,000 mark is probably where superstars sit as a rule.
Yeah.
Because you got Tatum injured and sitting at the $700 mark. You've seen the rise of Cade. You've seen sort of Luka peak a little bit with LA, but I still reckon it might be worth checking in on him soon.
Mm.
But do you know what I mean? Like I think $800
Yeah.
might be the star Prism rookie. I mean, it's pop count dependent.
The pop count's fine. 700 in today's age, I think it's okay. That's nothing to be too concerned about. Especially when we've got some talk of Wemby's going to 1,000, right? Well, sorry, 10,000.
Well, the pop count, yeah. Well,
look, I think that looking at this 2-year graph, 800 almost seems in the middle of the bottom and the peak there. So maybe that's pretty reasonable for him, 800.
yeah, true.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's do one more. We'll go for a break, and then we'll try and finish up.
I like it.
Let's do the Luka extension. Let's move the sheet around a little bit.
Oh,
All right, let's do your boy, because this is a nice
my
little
new
comp.
boy, my boy. It sounds so weird, but I've drank the Kool-Aid. I'm on board.
Mate, you've drunk the Kool-Aid and bought a jersey, so
I went hunting for another jersey.
Yeah. This is from The Score. Luka Doncic announces he signed a 3-year max extension with the Lakers. It's just the beginning for Luka in LA. I'm sure the Dallas Mavericks are really happy they don't have to pay this guy the money. Oh, hey, I heard a conspiracy theory about the Mavericks and why they traded him.
Yeah.
So the lady that bought the team, we've spoke about this. She is a casino money from Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
The city didn't let her build a casino in Dallas. They said it's against like the local laws. You can't do that. Then she's like, fine, I'm going to move the team from Dallas to Vegas. And again, she got blocked on that. I didn't know that the city could do that to an NBA owner, but
it seems a bit
that's
weird.
what happened. So she was like, middle fingers in the air, F you guys all. You're not going to let me build a casino here.
Yeah.
You're not going to let me move the team away. I'm going to get rid of your boy. Traded him away the next day.
Wow.
That was on Insta.
Do you know the funnier part about this? The Mavericks are paying Anthony Davis more than we're paying Luka. The Lakers are paying Luka Doncic.
Oh, that's tasty. I mean, he is the better defensive player, though. Like, that's obviously why.
Yeah, but you need 82 games out of your superstars, not 18.
All right. You break down Luka's card value. I'll find some more information about the contract that I wanted to talk about.
Fair.
And then, yeah.
So let's go into Luka Doncic. All right. So, where is it? 2018 Prism. I haven't done a check in on this for a little while. So, I do want to say he is looking rather slim in that contract
he is
signing.
looking...
So I got some numbers, and this is because he obviously is playing in the he's playing for his home country. He's playing for Slovenia in, is it the Euro Championships or the World Championships or something? Anyway, he's dropped 15 kilos. He's 31 pounds or something, 14 or 15 kilos. He's in shape, and on that, I do think that Luka is 25, 20, turning 20, just turned 26, was it? So he's still fairly young, and he is in the shape of his life. So, I don't know. Barring an injury, I think, watch out, league. Here comes Luka.
Yeah, I think he's in for a massive year this year.
I know, and I think he's hungry for it. He's been very steady in the last month. Let's look at the last 6 months. There was a bit of a dip, but Luca is holding strong at last sold $1,375, and the pop on that is almost 2,400. So 4 times the SGA pop,
Yep.
and still holding strong at 1,300 odd. I think that's I don't know. Now that the contract extension's been signed and there's a bit of the fears have sort of been put to rest,
Yep.
especially with all the talk about the way the Lakers are structured. Rich Paul's come out and been like, you realize that LeBron James has a no trade clause, so I don't know why everyone's talking about trades. So unless LeBron wants to go,
Yeah, I was going to say that
I think it was just the media trying to concoct some
orchestrate the
stuff.
trade.
Yeah, for sure.
Notes on the contract.
Yep.
It's 2+1. Now that +1 is a player option. Basically, the plan is he will decline that and then sign the super duper max and become the highest paid player
ever.
in the league.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's right. And so that's the play on that there. That has
Isn't
sort
that
of
worth
been,
like 480 million or something?
it has
crazy?
been touched on, but also I don't feel like that's been highlighted enough. It's like a strategic extension. So
It also seems to coincide just perfectly with lining up with Nikola Jokic.
you can do all the wishing you want, my friend. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's go for a break and then we'll come in and finish this bad boy off. And we are back. Adam, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm great. I'm just trying to... You said I can wish all I want. So I've been thinking about wishes. And my other wish is we're going to correlate. We're going to have Luka at the point. We've got Jokic at the 5. And I reckon Paolo will just fit right in the middle. What do you reckon? That's a big 3? Paolo Banchero? If I'm wishing, I may as well wish big, right? Not the first time we've taken an Orlando number 1 pick.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do there. I don't think you could physically get those 3 guys on the cap unless they all took massive discounts.
This is the Lakers we're talking about.
Yeah, it's true.
They make stuff
Someone should do
happen.
it. I still think that's some high end
Wishful thinking. Yeah, for sure.
So the Nationals in the US is currently on. Friend of the podcast, Lane Pierce, and his company, The Hobby AUS. So follow them on Instagram. Posted a picture of our nemesis Jeff Wilson at their table doing a deal, and Jeff actually put that on his socials that he did the deal with them and bought a rare $25,000 set off them. So
very nice,
congrats to the guys. It's a huge deal for them, and also getting to meet one of the the big boys of the hobby.
Very, very cool.
Right. Now, this next one, I can't say that this is reporting because this particular Instagram account, I'll tell you it so you can go and look at it. If you don't follow this guy, you should. He's very, very entertaining. I would also say be very careful. He's had to do a few redactions recently. So where I'm going with that is that he sometimes can try and draw lines and join them together, but it might not always be factual. So whilst I do think sometimes what he says is truthful and it is accurate, I take this more as an entertainment account. And he's a funny guy, so,
It's like Lameme James?
Yeah, but kind of like...
a bit more of a roasty page.
Yeah, more roasting. So it's Rob Livingston is his name. His handle is JAYBELLESHHB.
Yeah.
JBellShb. Let's just call it that. Anyway.
Yeah.
About a week ago, if you're looking for the post, the first few words of the description is had to get this out of my system. I've had a little bit of trouble finding this post. But yeah. Anyway, look, he roasted a whole bunch of them. Go and watch the video. I'm not going to try and retell the jokes. However, at the very end, he made a joke about Mike Gio being the love child of Tom Brady and Jesse Gibson. And I have been giggling about this joke basically all week. So, like, well played to you, sir.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That is some funny shit there. Anyway, look, he loves calling people out and just trying to highlight the tomfoolery that they get up to. But
That's fine. It's good. It's good. Look,
yeah,
good to see. I feel like the hobby is getting a lot of love at the moment. It was good. The attendance at the National was up. People are attending card shows in record numbers. There's deals getting done everywhere. People are interested in collecting.
yeah, definitely.
I think across the board, it's fantastic.
We were talking about this at dinner the other night, and there was also some sort of online commentary about this, saying basically that the National isn't really for kids collectors anymore. This is for like high end,
It's the big boys.
high volume. All the big boys going to be going
Yeah.
there. So I think my plan is to go to the US and go to a card show one day, and probably my plan would be go to Cleveland. So I've heard really good things about that. You've got the scale. It's just this. You'll never get to look at all the cards that's on offer there. But you've still got the guys there selling the $5 cards, the $10 cards, the $100 cards. Like, it's not all $1,000.
It's not
plus.
Wales. It's not Wales.
Yeah.
It's
And I know my place in the world. I know that I'm not going to be rolling with the big boys and doing $1 million deals, and like I'm totally fine with that. But I think
for sure.
I also sort of know my place in the world too, and I feel like I would not go to the National, probably for that exact reason. What people have brought up with that, it's like
Yeah.
I find that a little bit interesting too. That you talk about this in terms of like the health of the hobby and the future of the hobby.
Yeah.
How do you bring in the next group of people when it's all like
Big deals and giants.
45-year-old, 50-year-old, man? I was going to say boomers, but that's not the right thing to say,
No,
is it?
no. I'm.
So I think that's, for me, is a bit of a conundrum almost. Like, do they need to have a high-end National and a low-end National? Yeah.
The National can be the Grail, and I think it'd be an experience as a child with you going with your parent to the National. What I think is it's the job of the hobby to create that environment, and that is with smaller card shows, trade days at local stores, those things. And I'll definitely, I want to shout out to the boys at Fast Break. What they do for the hobby at a grassroots level, I think is phenomenal work. And for me, that's the important side of it. Do you know what I mean? Like that small experience, 100%. Those cards, that getting their favorite player, getting a couple of cards. It might be $5 for a little Kobe or something, for a small Kobe. It might be a base Kobe.
Yeah.
But to a child, that's like their first hobby experience. They go, oh my God, I got a Kobe Bryant. It doesn't have to be a Kobe Kaboom worth $20,000. It can be a Hoops Kobe. It's got Kobe on it. There's a big difference when you're 12 years old. And I think it's about creating those memories in the hobby. And it's about the experiences are different at the younger age. And I'm not saying like 10 to 12 years old. I'm talking through your teens, in your 20s. Like it's different.
Yeah.
And I think the experience is where the that sense of community is formed, where people are like, oh hey, you haven't got, who do you collect? They don't have to be the biggest cards in the world.
I kind of get what they're doing. Like, you want to set a baseline and create this huge experience for people, but I also do think that's that's something they're gonna have to unpack at some point. Of like,
they need to support it at some point. There needs to be support for
put money into lower end shows, or they put money into card shops, doing trade days. Even if Topps sponsors them, something like that. Like that, yeah.
I do, and I'll make one little segue, and I think because I understand that the producer of the manufacturer of the cards has a level of ownership of this problem and solution.
Yeah.
However, it's on the hobby itself. It's the people in the hobby that need to be on board to help with this. And what I'm saying is, and this is going to be critical of a lot of people, and I'm sure I'll get roasted for it. Hopefully not by the bloke we just said on Instagram. But anyway,
I hope Jay does roast you. Actually,
give it a crack. Come on. But we need to remember in COVID, and hoops were disappearing off the, like, I'm talking Don Russ and hoops. I'm talking the lowest end product was being ripped off the shelves in droves and tried to be resold for record profits. Let the kids have their cards.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like we make these $3 to $5 packs, and then you've got dads, like, basically smashing through and taking them all. You're like, well, cool. Congrats, you got your little insert set.
I think that problem has shifted to a degree.
Yeah. But that's, do you know what I mean? Like, we're the solution.
The price of everything has gone up.
Yeah.
And I think as a result of that,
Yeah.
there's a lot more stock available across the board, you know.
Yeah. But I think if you don't have something for those introductory experiences, then you're not going to have a future in the hobby. And
No doubt.
if we don't have that experience, we don't end up with a hobby in the future. So it's on us to help where we can.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love doing, especially go to a trade show, especially going to a trade day at a card store, is those first experiences from a young collector that's the first time. It's one of their first hobby memories is ripping a pack and getting their favorite player. First time they pull an autograph. Doesn't matter who it is, but it's that cool experience, and it's just like you meeting Admiral Schofield at an NBL game. It's that level of excitement.
Don't build my hopes up, mate. Come on.
It's that level of excitement.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Potential.
I think, and I do think it's on us. We've got to support it where we can, and it's a pay it forward thing.
I'm going to put this onto socials, but actually now's probably the good time to ask our listeners for this. So You Can't Comp This was hoping to acquire a space. So whether it's in a restaurant, a card shop, and our idea would be we would get in there, do a 1 hour trade experience or whatever you want to call it, trade session. And then the hour after that, we would do a podcast and then have like a small live audience. How we would do all the recording and stuff like that, we've got really no idea. But the idea I've sort of had, and I've talked to you about this, was like I used to go to board game nights at restaurants, so then all the tables would be filled up, people playing board games.
Yeah.
Then the handshake agreement was each person then bought dinner at the restaurant. So that was the win-win. The restaurant gave us the space. We gave them
Patronage.
50 heads at their restaurant, you know. So
cool.
If anyone out there has got an idea, or maybe you've got a venue that we could use, something like that, we'd be very flexible with times and dates and all that type of stuff to make it work for you, but also work for us. So definitely putting that out there. Last card of the show, Adam. This is from Fanatics Collect, a historic flip. This 16-year-old turned a 40,000 basketball card into 1.8 million. So my first question, which is probably going to contradict myself from the last segment, I said that how a kid's going to afford this shit. Where does a 16-year-old get 40,000 US dollars from? How many cars did this kid wash? How much do kids get paid these days to wash a car? $20?
I'm telling you now, there's no way.
Let's say $25.
At 16, I was buying a $40,000 basketball card.
He washed 1,600 cars, that means. Went out, bought a Giannis 1 of 1, and then flipped it.
I reckon
$1.81 million, making him a $1.77 million profit.
I'm sorry, but there's no way on earth that this kid bought the card by himself. Feel like he had a bit of help from mum and dad. I'm sure.
Don't spoil the narrative. God, you're a spoil sport. Stop it.
I'm sure he didn't pay his mum and I may have got. Hey, what? Here's 50 grand for the 40 I borrowed. And then kept $1.75 million.
I do want to point this out, though. This is from Fanatics Collect. So, again, Fanatics Collect doing a great job of
just
reporting
crazy fun stories in the hobby. It's good to see. It's really good to see.
I don't remember Panini doing this once, just between you and me, Ad.
Not unless they were involved.
Final thoughts.
Good to see the hobby's healthy. Good to see the hobby's healthy. And I'm still chuckling about the Tom Brady, Jesse Gibson, love child of
I know.
Mike Gio.
How good of a slam was that? I'm sorry, guys. We're laughing with you, not at you, by the way.
Agreed. What a roast. What a roast.
All right, my final thought, because we didn't get to do this in the show, I'm going to do it really quickly now. De'Aaron Fox, no player option. He's been extended in the Spurs, 4 years, $229 million.
Go Swiper, go.
Kevin O'Connor spoke about this on his podcast, and he was like, "Don't worry about it. It's a very easily tradable contract."
Mm-hmm.
Then the guest he had on said, actually, no. The way that all the salaries is structured these days, this is going to be almost impossible contract to trade. So they've got two other rookies. They've got Castle and they've got Harper.
Mm.
So my hot take from this is that one of those two guys are going to get traded. You
Harper's
can't have
gone.
three.
Yeah.
You can't have three lead guards.
Yeah.
Alrighty, De'Aaron Fox. I just bought a silver PSA 10 last week. Actually, I traded it for a sealed box of Pokemon. That is the best trade I've done in my life. Trading a sealed box of Pokemon for a Fox. Could not have been happier. Shout out to Eidos Uchos for that, mate. Thank you for the great deal. You genuinely made an old man happy. Last sold for 178 USD. So Fox is like he was selling for like 600 Aussie not that long ago. Like I can remember that off the top of my head. So, oh God, he peaked at 900 USD. Wild stuff. Anyway, look, this is my final thought of today's show. Yes, I agree with you. The hobby's in a good place. De'Aaron Fox is a buy.
Fair. I like
200 USD.
Definitely. Agreed. Awesome.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Russell. Thanks for a great show. I was going to say thanks to the YouTube listeners. Thanks to the
well done
Central Coast Radio listeners.
Central Coast Radio.
Everybody that tunes in every week. Google Podcast. Is a Google Podcast still around? I don't know.
Google,
Spotify, YouTube, Apple, whatever. Every podcast platform. There's a bunch of them.
We are on. We have subscribed to them all. So
Yep. We appreciate
We're
it.
on Amazon. Did you know that?
Amazon.
Yeah.
We
signed up for something that
river
automatically puts us
there.
That.
We're there.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's fantastic. You're not going to be here for a couple of weeks, but
Sorry, guys.
No, it's all right. I get to play around, so things might not be as they usually are, but
it'll be fine.
There will be
whatever
a show.
Happens.
There will be a show, and what happens while Russell's away happens while Russell's away.
Spotify, Podcast Index,
Yes.
iHeartRadio, Podcast Addicts, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM, Overcast, Castro, Castbox, Good Pods, True Fans.
If you find a podcast platform we're not on, let us know and we'll
Send us
try
a
and get on
message.
there. We will